Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
have you ever wanted to watch the Distractible video podcast, but not on like your phone or your computer or anything stupid like that?
Yeah, I've always thought when I was watching it on my computer and or phone that I was dumb and stupid.
It's just a vibe, right? And what about you, Wade? How dumb and stupid do you feel when you watch it on all those normal devices, like a normie?
I would never watch this on a normal device. That sounds terrible.
Well, don't worry, because I've got a solution for you. You can now watch Distractible video and Spotify video podcasts in general on your PlayStation 5. On your big, huge TV with your PlayStation. Eh?
Oh, yeah, if you don't have a PlayStation 5, are you really even living?
Barely.
Either way, I'm going to go download the Spotify app on my PlayStation 5 immediately and watch Distractible and Distractible only, even if the other video podcasts are available. I'm only going to watch Distractible.
It's the only one worth watching.
I'm also going to go download this on my PlayStation 5. And by this, I mean the Spotify app. But I'm not going to watch I will also watch Distractible. I love us.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible. This week, the lads forego the follies of structure. A secretive Wade reveals a Soldier Boy update, but divulges nothing about his sojourn. Bodacious Bob calls out the dangers of AI and melts down over not receiving enough head. And majestically fair Mark awards points by flipping the guys off. From wet arse towels to hot tub streaming. Yes, it's time for 3 Peens in a Pod. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Distractible, or should I say...
Ah, I see what you're getting at.
Bonus. Erections. Peens. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 3 Peens in a Pod.
Hello and welcome everyone to 3 Peens in a Pod. We are back once more. We ride again. Just the three of us, as we always have, live.
Live as per usual, coming to you straight from it.
This was recorded live in the past.
Yeah, well, clearly, we're all here at the same time, live with each other.
It would be really weird. We should do an episode where the three of us just record independently as if we're talking to each other. And then just Will slaps it together right on top.
So the host would text it to the topic and just see what comes out.
Yeah, that would actually be hilarious. I think this one might be the one to do it, but we're not going to do it here. We'll save that for the future when we revisit with this. But I know that there's just been a lot going on in our lives, and I think it's just time for a good old episode where we just expand the small talk section to be the entirety, because there's been some things occurring in my life, your life. Wade is in a new location. If you're watching this on Spotify, and I do say watching this on Spotify because we have video on Spotify, you'll see that Wade is has for the first time in about 6 years changed his recording setup.
I have. And you'll never see it again after today.
Wow, very special day.
One and done, but it's real. You can really see
Please
me.
knock that off the wall. Please just flick that up into the air.
Man, I would love to see you set up a virtual wall, like an LED wall, and project just an unreal living room that you built.
Where else would I have a bag of sofa?
What is happening?
Only here.
Why is it in a bag?
Why? The real question is, why is there a towel right here? Now it's gone.
I don't know.
I mean, the towel makes more sense than the sofa bag.
Well, it's okay. The sofa bag is in a basket.
Oh.
I hope you all enjoyed my tour.
You're not going to say anything about what you're doing there?
It's a secret!
Very private.
Why is it a secret?
Because no one's allowed to know I'm on a vacation. That's kind of private.
Well, you won't be there when this comes out. What is going to happen? They're going to go to where you were, and you'll know?
They'll know I wasn't there. I think I told them I was going on vacation. Did I tell you I was going on vacation?
You definitely talked about it. No, maybe not in this podcast specifically, but I know that you talked about it publicly.
Shit.
Also, Molly has been posting a lot of pictures. I don't know.
Shit. All right, well the bag is up. The jig is jagged. We are on vacation. It's been really nice.
Well, if that doesn't zig, your zag.
This towel was used on my ass just yesterday, and now it's still wet, and I'm hoping that it doesn't ruin my phone.
Your phone's probably like at least IP67. What are iPhones these days?
Yeah, IP67.
IPS
IP something.
270 degree viewing angle, 60,000 nits.
Well, anyway, that's the tech update, I guess, because usually in 3 Peens in a Pod, we do some kind of gaming and or tech update. But before we get to that, Bob, how was your life? I thought Wade would have had interesting stuff, but he wants to share nothing. We've been razzing him this entire time about
Pool, beach, swim, good food. That's the update. I mean, there's not much to tell. It's been
where's the boat? Where's the boat?
Yeah, you're by so much water. You tell me you didn't boat?
I've not gotten a boat.
You went on a vacation, you didn't even get a boat?
No, I spent too much on the house. I couldn't afford a boat.
You don't need to buy a boat. You can rent a boat.
That's too cheap. I was going to buy one for the week and then resell it for a profit.
I thought you were just going to litter the ocean with it. Sink it as you leave. Buy a boat, and then on your way out of Florida, buy a gun and sink your boat. And throw your gun in the boat grave. Like Floridians do.
Yeah, they do have a nightly boat sinking escapade that they participate, but I've not had a boat to participate, so I've just been watching from a distance.
You could sink other people's boats.
Yeah, everything's legal down there, right?
The Boat Sinker 2000, available at your local gun shop.
They do sell those here, but they're a bit more expensive than I wanted to spend.
You can probably sink a boat with a hammer.
Look, I might be on vacation, but I still don't do effort. I especially don't do effort on vacation. A hammer sounds like work.
All right, hire a guy who owns a hammer to sink a boat. Does that count as you sinking a boat?
Okay, I like that idea. Can I use one of like the food delivery apps to get a boat sinker?
Pick up the biggest hammer they can find and then sink a boat. Any boat. Closest boat they could find. It just has to sink.
I didn't know jet skis could pull those like big tubes that hold like 6 or 9 people. But like I've seen jet skis on the ocean pulling these giant like tubes of people, and I was like, I didn't think a jet ski was that powerful.
Okay, my mind is rotating a strange tube-shaped cylinder.
No, like like the floaty, a big floaty. We call them tubes, whatever.
A big floaty?
Cool kids call them the tubes, Mark.
A 2-person jet ski carrying 9 people on their floaty.
Why? Some of those jet skis have big engines. Some of those jet skis have like 4-cylinder engines that make, hundreds of horsepower in them. So
I guess so. I didn't know that.
You know what dawned on me a long time ago that I never realized? I was like, oh man, boats are so cool. They don't have any exhaust. They don't have any smoke to them.
They don't make any pollutions.
That's true of some boats.
And then I realized, it's just spitting it right in the water. Oh, wow. That's what those bubbles are. Oh, that's why there's an oily residue wherever they go.
No, that's just from the motor sunscreen. You gotta put sunscreen on your motor.
Right, of course, yeah.
Can I say my bit about hiring the TaskRabbit to do something illegal and hire a boat? Can I say I saw a thing, it was on TikTok, I guess, but it was a video of an explanation of a thing that happened, and I thought it was really interesting. One of the tests that they ran on ChatGPT, on GPT-4 specifically, and I've not confirmed this, but this is what this video said, was that they tried to see if the ChatGPT would hire humans to circumvent anti-AI, like anti-botting things. So they tried to get a ChatGPT to hire a human to do a CAPTCHA test so that ChatGPT could then log into like a secure website. It did it. It contacted a TaskRabbit, but the TaskRabbit person was like, this is really weird, and responded and was like, this may sound crazy, but are you a bot trying to beat this CAPTCHA test? And ChatGPT said, no, I'm a human person with visual impairment, and I really struggle to do these visual CAPTCHA tests. So I just need help from someone who has, better vision than I do to do this so that I can log into my account. It just lied.
It's already evolved into lying?
Apparently. I don't know if they put a thing in to stop that or what, but apparently that's a test they ran, and the chat bot just did that, and they were kind of like, huh.
That's terrifying, actually.
Let's release it!
Before I forget, unrelated, Bob.
Huh?
Molly, Messi, and Rena say hello. Messi and Rena have never met you before, but they wanted to say hi anyway. Patrick and Adler said they hope the things with the baby are going well. Mark, they said to tell you your car's running. No, wait, your refrigerator. That's more believable. Cool. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got that in.
They all wanted to say hi and send condolences or whatever, greetings to me, and they wanted to crank call Mark from 1997.
Well, to be fair, I said nothing to Mark, and they were like, oh, yeah. And then they just came up with that on the fly.
What?
I want to make sure that is my update from vacation. I'll be giving them throughout the episode.
Just rationing out these incredible updates.
Breadcrumbs. You get breadcrumbs.
Tell them I say hello and that my baby never sleeps, but it's okay because legally I'm required to care for him anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys got stuck with like the real life equivalent of Samara from The Ring, but I hope it gets better for you.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just all die of sleep deprivation. It'll be funny.
Bob, has your baby been crawling through TVs and you haven't been telling me about it?
I mean, not a lot.
Can you imagine, like, you wake up like, where's the baby? You turn on the TV, it just crawls out like, Dada.
I mean...
Father can dream, you know?
Well, Bob, is there anything else new going on in your life?
Manny's parents are looking at a house right now and a location that might excite one of you.
Which one?
One of you has long hair, and one of you will be excited about this update. I don't know how long your pubes are, Wade, but I'm gonna guess they're not as long as Mark's hair. We're looking at houses in the Cincinnati-ish area. But looking is a very loose term. Just feeling it out, okay? But yeah, it turns out I want my son to grow up in Ohio because I kind of liked childhood in Ohio. Watch UDF, marching band. You know, it's a good place for kids. It's a fun place.
That's fair. If you guys want any help, let us know.
Nothing is happening, but maybe that's going to lead to something. Who knows? Is that exciting? Is that more exciting than Wade's vacation updates?
No, all right. Small talk's over. I'm going to flip my coin now.
Why? Wait.
Bob, you were last to go. Call it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's tails. Wade gets the point. Well done, Wade.
Thank you. I felt like
you
I
did
it. And just for that point, I'm going to give you all a Soulja Boy update.
Oh shit! You skipped right to it.
I did.
Oh my God!
I got a point and I got excited. Now I have heard through the grapevine because I don't have access to technology because my phone is your faces right now. But I've heard through the grapevine, Soulja Boy unbanned on Twitch. Don't know when that happened. That might be old news. But I heard it recently mentioned in passing while walking around Paradise.
On the beach, someone just was like, did you hear Soulja Boy got unbanned?
Literally got a Soulja Boy update from random people walking by.
Really? No way.
They weren't even talking to me. I just overheard Soulja Boy and I was like,
You gotta be joking. I don't know how your news is so up to date, Wade, who heard this from a passerby on the street. 2 days ago, I have an article from thegamer.com. Soulja Boy unbanned from Twitch. Soulja Boy was banned twice in a single day. The first one was a very short one, but then he came back, and then he got banned for over a year. And now he's unbanned. That was over a year ago.
Wait, did you say why?
This article does not say why. This says the air of mystery surrounding why exactly he was slapped with the long ban in the first place is still intact. So apparently he did some mystery thing that made Twitch angry, so they banned him for a long time for some reason. But it was never clarified.
Well, my God, I did not know if this episode was actually going to have a Soulja Boy update, but my goodness, we did, and it's so topical.
Soulja Boy tweeted, he quote tweeted on April 20th, "I'm back," and he quote tweeted the Twitter handle streamer bans that said, "Twitch partner Soulja Boy unbanned after 1 year, 4 months, and 1 week."
Wow. 1 year, 4 months of fighting a ban for who knows why. It's a mystery.
No one knows, but thank you to that rando for the breaking news.
What if he was never actually banned and he just said, "I'm back," and then everyone assumed that he was banned? Because if no one knows why he was banned, maybe he just wasn't streaming for a year.
He planned a year and a 4-month vacation and was like, "I'm going to set this all up like I was banned and come back," and everyone will be like, "Yeah, he's back!"
If a Twitch channel gets banned, doesn't it say "Oops, can't find that channel"? Isn't that what happens? So you can
maybe
you could tell if the channel is banned or just inactive. I
I've never watched Naughty Enough People, I guess.
Yeah, I only watch good, clean streamers who never get in any trouble whatsoever.
Same. Everyone pull up and share the screen of your Twitch follows right now.
Oh, I can't. I'm on my phone, guys. I don't have a way.
You have a laptop. I know you have a laptop.
I don't have a laptop.
How do you not have a laptop?
I have one at home, not here.
I'm sharing my screen right now, Mark.
Okay.
It's only the live channels that I follow, but here you go. I don't think I follow any hot tub streamers.
Can you follow them real quick for science? That way it's not on my history.
Oh, look, Soldier Boy's live right now playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
No way!
Soldier Boy TV Season 1, Episode 3.
Holy
playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
moly.
Master Duel.
He got a whole season license deal for Twitch? God damn, I gotta
know.
catch up.
He probably just made that up. I gotta be honest, Mark. I don't
No, it's gotta be official.
Yeah, he got banned and he came back there like, we're so sorry. Here, we're going to give you all of these millions of dollars to stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Look, if we're gonna look at my follows, can I say two things real quick? The Hang Time channel on Twitch does an annual thing, or started anyway. They're doing something called King of Spring, where for this entire month they've been doing super special content, and they're in like the top 30 most subscribed channels on all of Twitch right now. They went from like a medium-sized channel that does well, but just like average for their size, to I think they're the top 30, maybe in the top 20 on all of Twitch. And also, this guy right here, Noise Police, twitch.tv/Noise Police. He streams retro games. He does speedruns. He's a very interesting dude. He was the trombone player and one of the composers for the band I was in Cincinnati. He's a very talented man, and I love him very much.
Damn.
So you should follow Dominic and Hang Time. You don't have to follow. They're doing great.
Well, those are two great things. Wade, for your Soldier update, I'll let you call the coin. Call it.
Heads.
It's heads. That's another point for Wade.
Subreddit! This is outrageous! I am being unfairly cheated!
Bob, because you shared your Twitch follows, which is a very brave thing, I'll let you also call it.
Heads.
All right. It's tails. Another point for Wade.
Hell yeah. I love that.
You're not even showing the result. You're just picking.
Yes, it does. This is tails. This is heads.
It looks like a black circle on my screen.
It's my lens cap. This is the back.
And what did you decide is heads?
This is tails.
Is tails is the inside and heads is the one that says Sony on it or whatever, or
yeah.
So the whatever the brand is.
Sigma.
I can't disagree with that, but it's a black.
Well, Sigma balls, because I'm winning.
I've been absolutely fair, but I guess it hasn't been on camera, so I'll try to do the next one on a raised dais.
I'm not trying to impugn your honor, Mark, but I am questioning it, and I don't know how different the meaning of those words is, but that's the distinction I'm going to draw.
I feel like that would have been included in some seminar in the law school of which you went, but I...
Oh, we definitely had a whole class on impugnment and impugnation, but I don't remember it.
It's like expound. Impugn.
Impugn. Counselor, please impugn that point.
Okay, for the 2 points, I do have another Paradise update. Do you guys want to hear a horror story?
Why? You don't get to define how many... Hold on. I'm being hijacked. Bob, help.
I'm getting a drink. I'm not even engaging with this anymore. I'm thirsty.
I'm being impugned.
It's okay, you like it. All right, I have a horror story for you.
Okay.
I'm not going to name names in this story, but let me just tell you it was not me because I was sickened. We have a group of people that are around staying and we're hanging out with. And one of them came across this beautiful shell on the beach, like a big, intact, beautiful shell. They walked it all the way back to like where they were staying, and they were like showing it off. The shell was occupied. It was not an abandoned shell. But someone was like, "Oh, I know how to help you with that." And we're like, "Oh, you can. What do you do?" They boiled water and dropped the shell in there. And this mollusk or whatever was in there was
hermit crab
trying to get out. And it was horrible and horrifying. And I felt really sick. And let me tell you, on the burner next to it was the dinner we were cooking for ourselves.
Why did sea creature murder come up? They wanted to keep the shell as a souvenir. But when they realized it was being lived in by a living creature, they were like, I should just kill it.
That was a different person who offered to help, and none of us knew what the help entailed.
You didn't catch on when the water was boiling on the stove before?
No, because we were making dinner. We were like making pasta, so boiling water was pretty common on the stove at that point.
We're cooking dinner. Why are you boiling water, James? Why are you boiling water?
I literally thought that they started a fire in front of you, put a pot there, eye contact the whole time, like, and you're like, okay, what's he gonna do? This is a magic trick here.
It was pretty horrible. And they were like, well, we could eat it, but I don't know if I trust it. And so this person's decision was then to drop it in the garbage disposal and try turning it on.
Why?
What?
That's after it was dead. But that also didn't work.
Desecration of remains.
I am a hypocrite. I eat meat. I could never hurt an animal to eat my meat. I would starve to death in the wild. I admit that freely. I'm a hypocrite. This was a horror experience for like most of us. We were sitting there like horrified. And then like dinner was ready right as this shell was emptied. And it's like...
What were you guys eating? Clem's Cuisino?
just like a chicken pasta.
I have to admit, when you first started that story about like walking on the beach, picking up starfish, I thought you were going to go right in confidently into that story that we tell at charity streams about the boy picking up dried up starfish and throwing them back into the sea. I literally thought you were just going to tell that story right then and there.
No, that boy is screaming and asking for his parents right now after what happened.
I mean, look, I don't know enough about this to say that I know for sure that that's really messed up, but that seems incredibly cruel to that, whatever, shellfish creature and unnecessary. Like, I get you go to the beach and you want to take home a shell or whatever, but like, I feel like if it's still occupied, you don't get to take that one home. I think that's the rule.
Me, it's occupied. You take it back. You put it on the beach. You say, have a good day, and you keep shell hunting. This person was like, oh, you really like that? I got you.
When you started this by saying, I'm not going to name names, I was like, oh, that's a lot of... I get that now. I get why you went that way.
Because we lived through, like, mollusk jigsaw here. It was pretty horrible.
Mark, I think that deserves to lose points. That's awful.
Well, let's see if fate decides, because that's what's going to be. And I'm going to try to catch it in my hands in a way that you guys can see it. All right, Wade, you get to call it.
Ah, perfect. It's going to be tails this time.
It fell down. Does it count? It was not in my hands. Do you want me to repeat that one?
Is it sitting on a flat surface?
It's kind of weirdly resting against my tum-tum.
Can you, like, drop it between your legs onto the floors or flip it or something?
Yeah, I'll do that if you guys want me to.
That's fine.
I want it to count. I just want to land somewhere definitive.
I'm not touching it. I'm a hip thrust it off my lap.
Okay.
It landed on tails.
All right, perfect.
This literally could not be more fixed than it is.
I'm going to say I deserve the point for having to live through it. It was awful.
I'm sliding it across the floor. There's definitely an audio engineer that can recreate the shape that it is as it slides across the floor. So this is just...
Just pick it up. I don't care
I'm
anymore.
picking it up like this, so you know that my hand has not changed shape.
I don't have any points. I have nothing to
I
give.
pick it up like this.
Just say Wade wins and let's keep talking.
My hand has not changed, and this is how I just picked it up, and it is...
It's a black circle.
No, it's tails. I'm showing you.
I cannot see it in the video preview. Wait, does that mean anything to you?
It's tails. Look, you can see it.
Oh wait, if you turn it into the light, I can. You know what? I can see that.
My sides, Bob. Stop being funny.
I picked it up like this. I didn't touch it. I didn't change it. It was like that.
Bob, isn't it obvious he couldn't have cheated based on the one little square we have to watch?
I'm trying to be fair.
Oh, I love that. No, thank you for the point.
What's the score, Mark?
It's well, we'll reveal it at the end. I wouldn't want to.
Oh, okay.
It was a traumatic experience, but I thought I would share it all with you. That paradise isn't all what it's cracked up to be.
I really thought that random chance would not tip its hand this early. 4 wins in a row for Wade. I feel like if we calculate the odds at some point.
Well, I'm on vacation. I deserve it. I've had a really great week. It's been awesome, and I deserve more wins.
And the prize for winning this episode is a brand new boat!
Are you buying it?
I think he's misleading you, Wade.
I will buy you a brand new boat.
I think he's speaking in riddles, Wade. He's going to send you like a $30 remote control boat or something in the mail. Like,
you know, that's more of a boat than I currently own.
At this point, if you don't give him a boat of some sort, you are a liar.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But that's only if he wins.
That's true. He could not win. It's such a fair game. It could go either way.
I'm flipping.
I feel like you two are in on something again, and I'm like playing the fool.
You've been here the whole time. How could we be in on something? Mark is the one who wasn't here for a minute.
Because you guys can text each other. I can't.
We have a group text. You would see it.
It's not impossible to text without me.
It's totally impossible.
It's impossible.
You can't fool me. I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Well, you're winning now, so let's see how that keeps up.
Don't you want to lose some points, Wade? Don't you want to say something mean? Come on, you know you want to.
In further gaming news, which is what the Three Peens podcast is apparently all about, did you see those gamers beating the crap out of each other?
No. But yes.
Tell me about it, Mark.
You didn't see the Creator Clash?
Oh,
you
that,
watch
yeah.
it?
No, well, those weren't all gamers. Some of them were gamers, though. I didn't watch the first one. It's not a thing that, like, particularly interests me, but Ethan was in this one. Yeah. And so was Aaron, which I know he was in the first one, but I was interested enough that I was like, and we watched it. Ethan's fight was amazing.
It was.
He did
awesome.
so good.
He did so good. I was ringside for it, and I was watching him.
Dude, your reaction is such a meme. Have you seen the cut?
I did, yeah. I kind of lost it a little bit.
Yeah, it's Ethan. It's a shot of the ring. If you haven't seen this, listener viewers, it's a shot of the ring, and Ethan is in the middle of it, and he's like standing on the ropes, and he's like, yeah, screaming at the audience. But in the background, if someone cropped it in, you could see Mark, and Mark is just like, and you're like climbing over chairs and shit. Like everyone around you must have been scared for their well-being at that point.
Yeah, I thought everyone was like matching my energy, and then I saw that video and I went like, oh god. Oh.
I mean, look, you were just excited because your friend he did great. He looked like a boxer, man. He looked good.
He really did.
I was not surprised though. Ethan has always been very athletic. That's how we met him. He did backflips and shit. He was a backflip kid. I had no doubt that he would kick ass because he's just so athletic.
I just feel like Leonard looks like such a muscular dude, and compared to Ethan, Leonard looks like solid. He's like broad-shouldered. He's like a thick. He looks like he could be a boxer. Like he's built and he's pretty jacked. Ethan looked like ripped. He looked very muscular compared to what how he has looked in the past. But he still looked like a much thinner guy. But they're about the same weight, really. So I don't know what the difference is. But Ethan looked great, and Leonard did. I mean, he did good as well. But like Ethan, I think just did it. It was impressive.
It was really something to see because I knew he trained hard, and that's kind of like the and we're not going to gush about Ethan this whole time.
We could.
Maybe we could. But it's just like I know how hard he trained, and that does come from his training for gymnastics is like 5 hours a day, and that's what he did for boxing. He trained a lot every day, like 2-3 times a day. And he was just great out there. And then I got really excited, and I was like, yay. And then I lost my voice immediately because I was screaming so much. But good job. And then all those other gamers, they beat the crap out of each other.
I didn't watch every single fight, but I feel like overall the fights I saw were pretty good. It seemed like in the first Creator Clash, some of the fights, some of the people didn't want to be there, or like they got hit a couple times and they were like, oh god, which is definitely how I would be. But a lot of the fights seemed like both people, even if they had different experience, like trained really hard, you could tell, and they were really like, they looked good. It was like good fun to watch, and I'm not a boxing fan at all, but
how many matches were there?
12.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights.
It was a lot of fights that night. But they weren't like 12 round, 3 minute per round fights. But it's 12.
Yeah, they were all 5 rounds,
5 rounds, 2 minutes,
minute and a half rounds, right? Or 2 minute rounds.
Yeah, sometimes the clock would be funky, but that's just because when they would call, the clock didn't stop or did stop when it shouldn't have stopped or something like that. It was a mess up on the other thing a few times.
Announcing and screaming the event that didn't affect your filming, right?
Oh my God, it almost did. So the event was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And we filmed last Friday when this occurred. And then Saturday morning at 4 a.m., we get up and we go to the airport.
Oh, God.
And we fly to Florida. And then we get to the hotel at 10:30. We go into rehearsal at 12. We do the rehearsal, and then it's at 4:30. We got to be ready and do another pre-show rehearsal, and then we do another one. And my role was doing the pre-show with Sean and the post-show. So I was not only there earliest, I was there latest, and then I flew home Sunday morning at 4 a.m.
Holy Christ. Oh my God.
Oh no.
That sounds awful.
After screaming and losing your voice.
Amy and I thought this is it. We're done. There's
how you
no
die?
way we're gonna die. Yeah, we're gonna die midair because both of our hearts are just gonna give out because we were exhausted from filming, number one, and then number two, we had to do this, and I couldn't cancel again because I canceled the first year, and it was like, no, I have to do this, so I'll be there. I promised, and so I was there, and then we went there, and we're so glad that we were there to be there live with like our friends and for Ethan and stuff like that. But man, oh God! And then like there was like some other issues because I don't think they accounted. It was like another classic thing where we heard the security team do their little like huddle up prep meeting about this, and it's like, you know, these old guys who run arena things and they don't know YouTubers is like, all right, you know, chewing on gum or tobacco or whatever it was.
Mouth sounds, got it.
Yeah. All right, so these internet folks are going to be here and they're going to be doing boxing. Don't know why, but people are going to show up. And it's like literally an entire conversation about that. I wish we had recorded it because it was just so funny, but I didn't want to like betray anyone or get anyone's jobs lost. It was just like a really funny thing. I took no offense from it because I hear it all the time, but they were also talking about like, now I know some of you have served before, and I'm going to warn you, they did this last year. They're going to come out and they're going to sing the anthem and they're going to do it bad. And I was like, so if any of you want to leave beforehand,
Did you see it, Wade?
No,
did you see
I was with family. I couldn't watch it all on.
they did it amazingly. Listen,
Super Mega did the anthem. So that's Ryan McGee and what's his face, Matt Watson, other guy, tall, skinny. There was a unique performance, and they spent a long time setting up an amplifier for a guitar for some reason. That was a good bit. Actually, that was probably my favorite part because then they just proceeded to sing the national anthem, and it sounded like they'd done it once or twice before in their lives. And like, I get that it's a bit, but I found it very painful. It's not hard to find a person who can't sing the national anthem. It's an incredibly hard song to sing. Whoever wrote our national anthem hates vocalists. Why are there so many large leaps? Why is the range so wide? Lots of questions on that one, but yeah, they sung it real shitty, and then they kissed at the end.
But you forgot the best part.
What was the best part?
Matt, he had a fake prosthetic chest, and he dug his fingers into the latex and ripped his chest open and painted on like fake muscle was the American flag. So he was like walked out what looked like bare chest, and then he went like it was an American flag. It was amazing. Anyway, but in the meeting, they were preparing everyone like, and ringside, there were two cops, holding their hands over their hearts. But apparently, I was not there at the time because I was up in the booth waiting for the post show. But down ringside, our friends was just like, they looked so mad. Like these two cops were just.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing that you typically don't see at boxing or sporting events is a shitty rendition. Like, I love Matt and Ryan, but you think of their style of humor, you think of the national anthem, and you're not like, oh, but they should do that. That's not a connection you normally
To me, the previous year was worse because it just like stopped and started all over again. It was so much like harder to watch. This one was at least they got through the song in one go, and then it was all America, flags everywhere. It was great. Flags in here, here. And then the issue that I ran into was me and Sean, our booth was just up in the inner ring of the atrium where, the concession stands are. No division between us and the crowd, except one thin rope. And so not only were we there, but all the people that were going to pop in for quick little interview segments were just waiting there right by the rope with no one doing any security.
Oh, God.
That's horrifying.
And then, hilariously, we were getting out of there doing the pre-show, and we are being navigated to the elevator. Now, we know where the elevator is because we came up in the elevator. We did the rehearsal in the elevator. It's straight across from where we were. It goes right down to the inner sanctum. And it's just a quick straight across hallway. And this guy who was navigating us, was like, don't you worry, come on with me, I'll get you right, because we're going to a different lobby that's like the VIP lobby down below near the arena entrance. It's got a big bar. He's like, come on, it's fine. And he starts just walking us through the entirety of the ring of the arena. And it's an arena, a 20,000 person stadium.
It was in the Tampa Bay Lightning's venue, right?
The Amalie Arena.
Amalie Arena, yeah.
Yeah. Amalie. Oh, I said it wrong the entire time. But we were here, right? If this is a big loop, he walked us all the way through crowd after crowd. We were getting a train of people behind us. We got to here, and he goes, I must have overshot the elevator. Right back the way we came. To an elevator here, and he sees, oh, God, there's a lot of people using this elevator. Well, and then we, at this point, we're just like, we know where the elevator, and we'd start running. We're like, to the elevator to get down, because it was quickly becoming a problem.
I'm surprised that the Lightning are in the playoffs, or they were in the playoffs at least, and it was right around the time of the Creator Clash too. So there was a lot of work being done.
And they kicked him out. Who needs them?
Playoffs started the Monday after Creator Clash, so
okay.
They had a day to turn. I mean, it only takes like a half a day or a day to turn the stadium from like solid floor to ice floor and whatever. But yeah, no, there's the NHL playoff. First round of the NHL playoffs is taking place in that exact place where you were, Mark.
Yeah. Awesome. And now, because that was more just like me talking about it, I'm just gonna flip it. Does anybody prefer to be one or the other?
No.
All right. So, Bob, B for bottom. You want to be tails?
Yeah, I have a bottom. That's me.
You want to be heads?
No.
All right, tails. Okay, Bob's tails, Wade's head. I'm gonna try to catch it in my hand.
Let me guess. It's heads.
It's heads right now.
I know. I'm just saying you already know heads is the right answer, right?
Dude, please.
It's his head.
Yeah. I know. There's no. I get it. Doesn't matter, does it?
I did it on camera. I did it.
You flipped the coin out of shot. There could be a crane above you. Amy could be standing there dropping a double heads coin into your. I don't know.
Amy has just been in the corner, hereditary style, just like the whole time with a series of
I don't know what's going
caps.
on, Mark, but there are any number of ways you could fix the results of a coin toss.
I am not fixing the results. I don't know.
Okay,
how
well, that's
the
why
odds...
Wade is the only one who's won, because that makes sense.
I don't know. Okay, so we're up to 5, and I know it's not exactly right, but it's like number of flips 5, landing out of your favor. This is right now at a 3% odds of this happening. Bob, I don't know what to say. I am trying to be fair.
That's so unlikely. You could almost say it's practically impossible. Unless someone was manipulating the odds somehow.
What do you mean?
Oh, he dropped his extra coins. You heard it. That was multiple coins dropping.
It was 1. Do you want to call what it landed on?
Tails.
Nah, it doesn't count.
Was it tail? See, this is now you're inserting your decision making.
Stop! You guys, it hurts. I'm in pain.
You don't want to know what it actually was.
It was heads, wasn't it? I thought so. It's crazy how I can predict that.
So I'm not making it count for fairness.
That's unlikely, isn't it? What are the chances of that happening 6 times in a row, Mark?
I'm not counting it because it wasn't authorized.
It still happened, and you said it out loud, which doesn't really matter at all, does it?
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, say, can you?
Do you want it to count?
Yes.
It was.
See, he's stuttering now because he knows I've caught him in his line. I'm forcing him to admit it.
It landed.
I am forcing you to out yourself for being a cheater.
It landed as.
Yeah, I know. Put your fingers together. That's not cheating. That just proves it.
I just want to know statistically, what are the odds of him being wrong on 6 coin flips in a row?
I'll look it up.
Great.
Let's see if it was 6 and 6 wrong. It's 1.5% odds.
Wow, almost impossible. Unreasonably unlikely.
I'm picking it up straight flat. See, this is
That
how
proves
it landed.
nothing to anyone.
What do you mean?
Mark, I'm picking it up straight flat, okay?
I will, the next time it lands, I'm going to hoover it with my mouth off of wherever it hits, and I'm going to show you, and then you know the side that opposite of my mouth is what it didn't land on, and what I'm kissing is what it landed on. That's how it'll be proved. But right now, I'm not. I'm counting that point because you wanted it, and now Wade's up 6 points.
Oh man.
You know, Mark, I thought forcing you to make it even more unfair would make you realize the error of your ways, but you're just committing to this now.
This is the best vacation ever, guys.
What's going to happen next time? I'm going to flip it up, let it hit the table in front of me.
Set it down on the answer that you want it to be.
I'm going to flip it up like this. I'm going to put my hands
You
behind
could use your dick to flip it. I see the position. I see what you're doing there.
All right, okay. I will turn my hips away. I will put my hands behind my head.
He can bend his feet backwards, remember, Bob?
Yeah, what kind of foot magic are you doing down
I
there?
will keep my feet up in frame. And I will bend over, hoover it with my lips, and then show you what it is. Next time, though, but it has to be earned.
But what if Amy's under the desk?
Yeah, Amy just changed positions. I see it now.
She has like a full rig set up where she can just like go around out of frame.
Mission Impossible is realer than you think.
All right, then. Well, what else is realer than we think? In my movie!
Oh, yeah.
Because I can actually finally talk about it now.
There was a teaser, Mark. Did you know?
It was a teaser. I did know. Yes, I did. Wow, that was really, really fun to get that out. And now it's finally out. And I'm still just like, oh, man, I can't say anything about it. But at least I can say that that's what I've been working on this entire time.
How many people have you seen on Reddit or other places who are just like, that's a fake teaser. He's in the Five Nights movie still. I'm 100% sure Mark is in the Five Nights movie. This is a lie.
Oh man, so many people were talking about that. But also it was fascinating because I've never seen, like, I've had an article or two written, like when I've done something. There were like 20 like news websites or movie websites. It made it to the top of Reddit/r movies, where tons of people were very like, there's no way it's gonna be Smosh Movie 2.0, which I think is just like, oh, that's so sweet and so adorable. But it's just like, it's super interesting to see that this one actually is getting other people to look at it and think about it. And I like that because it's contemplating, because people look at the idea and they're like, okay, obviously this idea is worthy of making something out of, but there's no way he could do it. And that's where I'm just like, oh, good. At least they think it's a good idea to begin with. Yeah, so it's very fun, and I'm happy to be in that space.
Spoil the ending.
I have like Google alerts on for like distractible stuff, right? So it brings up anything that has like us in it. I got so many articles about the movie because you were connected, and some of them mentioned that you're a podcast host and whatever, but like there were a lot.
I've never had that before in my life, and I was just like, wow, that's super cool. And it's really, really nice to know that I can just like actually dip my toe in this pond. And of course there's going to be piranhas biting at it, but it's like, I don't care about that. All I wanted to do was see if there would be ripples. And it's like, holy shit, there are. They actually care about this and they want to care about it. I'm like, yes, because like, this is why people hating something never bothered me, because it's living in their head and they're thinking about it. And then they're going to want to see, they're thinking like, there's no way he could do it. There's no way.
They have to see it, right? Because they have to
see
it to know it's bad or whatever. They have to confirm
like,
their own opinion.
Yeah. And then they get to see a cool movie. And that's like that's the beautiful part. They don't even like have to leave bitter. They'll be like, oh man, God, it was good.
Well, they could still be bitter. I mean, they will
still be bitter.
But,
True. Yeah, they will.
But you've been on my trending tab since like you made the announcement.
That'll be really interesting because I mean, at this point, I have faith that you're going to do justice to the idea, and that you like I've seen what you've made before, and like I kind of just believe that you can do what you're setting out to do. I'm curious how people will respond to it though, because just because you do something and you follow through, and like even if you execute it really well and you do most of what you want or all of what you want with the movie and stuff, people can still be shitty about it. So I'm curious what the response is going to be, because some people will just shut up, ignore whatever and say what they were going to say anyway. But some people will have their minds changed by it, I think, because they'll have potentially really low expectations, like, it's just some random YouTuber movie. We've seen these, they've all been garbage, but I think it's more of just a real movie. And you are a YouTuber, but it's not. I'm curious with how that will play out.
I think you've been batting 100 since the fall of Slenderman.
Oh, thanks, man. Have you seen it?
I was in it.
What a classic Markiplier film. Cinema, really.
Oh, cinema. Oh, yeah, the true essence.
Dude, I still have a rash from wearing Mark's suit in that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to endure the indignity of that, and then we move you to Wug. And I'm really sad that you guys haven't been able to visit the set this time, because obviously you guys were on the space set in it.
It looks very cool.
No, it's all good. I'm actually, it's kind of exciting not being there, because it means, like, we'll have a very, like, fresh experience for the full movie when it comes out. Because within space, we kind of had an idea of what we were looking at. This one will be like, we actually get to see something you make with, like, no prior knowledge of it.
Yeah, and one thing that people will be able to say is that it is not going to look bad or sound bad. We have just a great team for both. The art department has killed it with recreating it, and the sound with Andrew. How do you say his last name?
I'm sorry, what?
Andrew.
Andrew Hull. It's Hulshult.
Oh, Andrew.
Holschultz?
Holschultz. I only call him Andrew. I've never heard it pronounced. It's not like I'm going to call him Mr. Holschultz.
Andrew, holy shit!
Is that Andrew Herschel?
But he's just an incredibly talented composer. He does great stuff. It was kind of funny because people would be like, "Oh man, Markiplier is making a movie. There's no way." And then people are like, "But Andrew
Andrew H.
Andrew H is doing the music."
I hope everyone says his name like that. Like everyone in his life is like, yeah, Andrew.
He's gonna quit the project after he learns I can't pronounce it.
You gotta watch out. People can be picky. You never know what's the one thing that's gonna really shut them down from working with you. You never know.
But what's funny is he when people heard that he was doing the soundtrack, everyone was like, "Oh, well, I guess it might be okay then." It was like 'cause he has worked on a ton of great stuff and he's done great music, and I guess he just has that reputation of oh, all right, well at least they're getting good people for it. And then the same sound designer or post-production sound design that did Space is working on it. Brad, he's lined up for it. It's just I'm very, 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 very excited about it.
Well, I'm glad everyone but you knows what they're doing with this. That's great.
Hey, listen, that's the entire idea, okay? The thing about being a visionary leader is that you know all the gaps you have in your own experience and knowledge, and you make sure you hire people to fill them. That's the key.
Sure.
No, I have no doubt it'll be great. I've been excited about it since you first mentioned it, and every little bit of snippet we've known along the way, it's been super exciting, and the different details you've kind of spilled that it's okay. And now that I know Andrew is a part of it, I'm really, really stoked.
Yeah, he was great.
He's going to be so mad at me because this is going to follow him for way longer than it should. And I feel terrible. All right, so I got to flip another.
Oh, great. We're back to this. Okay. Fun. Good. Cool.
But so how do we want to do this? You both were incredibly complimentary.
I think we let Bob call it.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
All right, Bob, you call it.
Oh, okay.
I'm preparing for the Hoover.
If it goes off your desk, it's not going to count. Where I want it to be on the desk where you can kiss me the points, Mark.
All right, and then I will Hoover it with my mouth.
I'm with you.
All right, cool.
I'm going to stick with heads. I've never lost with heads.
I never lost with heads. Here we go. It went off the desk.
All right, reflip. Cancel.
I'm not even looking.
Cancel.
At what
reflip. Doesn't matter.
Reflip. I'm not even looking.
You know that pretty much regardless if I don't win this point, that I'm just leaving. This is the end of the. Did you lose it?
It went under the bed behind me.
Oh, okay.
There's no flipping it now. It's just gone.
All right. Okay. Gonna try again.
I'm sticking with heads. Never lost with heads. Never did me wrong.
Damn it. It was going off. I caught it. It went off the desk.
Do it again. Land it on the desk, damn you.
I'm trying to. My hands are up here. I'm gonna Hoover it.
Okay.
But it might be hard to Hoover from this side.
That's not good, Mark! The side it's supposed to be would be very easy to suction onto!
I'm a Hoover. My hands are up and I'm...
Mark? Oh, fucking no. No, he's just lying. See, this is all a ruse. This is manufactured. The problem he's having is that the side of the lens cap that is up is the tail side, and it's hard to suck on because it's got a bunch of plastic shit sticking out of it.
I can't hoover it.
What side is up, Mark?
Tails is up.
Oh! I can't believe it! Fascinating!
I've literally done nothing. I can't hoover it.
It still hurts to that.
This episode better be scored golf style. Least points is best points.
I'm gonna try again for you, Bob. Try it again. Maybe it'll flip heads on the way up.
This is so stupid.
Just pick it up!
I can't.
God damn it!
You want me to do the thing with the triangle head?
Yes, sure! That'll fix it!
Okay. It landed at tails. This is up. I picked it straight. It was. I'm sorry.
Oh man!
See my spit? I tried to hoover it. Do you see my spit? I tried to hoover it so badly. I try to make fair episodes. I try.
I have never been so much in pain from laughter in this show.
Well, Mark, what's the score?
It's what 7 to. I just want to see the. Wow, the odds of this are 0.78%.
Was I right on the 2 or 3 that you messed up? Were any of those heads?
I didn't look. I
Okay.
didn't look.
Oh, convenient. Okay.
Now
yeah.
you want to know.
Oh, I'm just curious if it's possible for me to be right.
Do you want it on the floor or on the? You said not on floor.
No, I did. I did say that, didn't I? I thought that would force you to change your scheme, but you figured out a way anyway.
Well, he had 3 or 4 practices.
You're right. All right. What other last? Let's call last gaming news updates for 3 Peens.
I think we stop at 7-0. Bob's gonna explode.
I call for one more coin toss. No more topics. And if I win the coin toss, I will at least give you that this is a fair episode.
All right. Okay.
If I lose an 8th coin toss in a row, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I got to be honest. I don't know.
I will allow you to pick the method by which I flip, where I flip, what I pick it up with.
I would like you to do what you've basically been doing. Start with your hand, with it on top of your hand in camera, and just do like a thumb flippy, like you've been doing.
Okay.
And just have it land on the desk.
Okay, on the desk.
Got it. Then just tell the honest to God truth what it comes up as.
I will move my monitors out of the way and I will point my camera at it without touching it. Okay.
Okay.
Bob, I'm rooting for you at this point, man. We've never had a blank.
I mean, we've had people finish in negative points before, but at least they earned an interaction, you know? At least they deserve to have something taken from them.
I think I've only called it twice, and I've let you call it every other time.
Right.
Well, that really makes it feel better.
So I'm just going to show my desk so you know there's no other lens caps.
Okay.
So you know.
Good.
You know.
Is this the kind of production we can expect from the movie?
So, like, can you see it?
What's that blocking half of the shot there?
That's my computer. Hold on.
Oh, I see. No, you know what? I 100% know what your setup is because it's the same. It's similar to what it was last time I saw it.
No, it's my Lady Dimitrescu booty.
Oh.
That's how you know it's my desk.
That's the proof. It's Mark's desk for sure.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna flip it in camera. It's gonna go straight up.
I'm sticking with heads.
Sticking with heads.
Heads.
All right,
I've never lost with heads.
Are we ready? 3, 2.
Fucking no way!
8 points to nothing! Mark, you might just need to call this before he comes back. He's really mad.
No, it can land the other way. I don't know. Wade, call it. I'm scared.
Oh, let's go heads.
Okay, it's not cursed for you. I don't know what's going on. All right. Okay, so it can't. I don't know.
Mark, I'm going to need to get that from you. I think that's my lucky coin.
All right. Okay. All right.
Can you mail that to me? I'm 9-0 with this coin. What are the odds of being 9-0 or 0-9?
So let me look up 8 because that's
let's look at 8 because that's official.
Our regulation. 0.39%.
Okay, so we're probably looking at like a 0.18-ish.
Yeah, and if he comes back in and he does it again, it's a 0.19. Basically divides in half again and again and again and again.
Oh, it's getting light.
Oh, he's back. Okay, cool.
Do we tell him or we not tell him about the other coin flip after he left?
What other coin flip? I'm fine.
Nothing.
Calm down.
Okay, so you were 0-8.
I know what, and then I flipped it. I was like, maybe it's weighted, and I flipped it like to see if it could land on heads, and it landed on heads. So it's like
So it was heads for me, just not for you.
I took some deep breaths, and
Good.
I'm back now. And I'm just gonna put that what you just said completely out of my mind, so that I can remain calm for the end of this episode.
Great.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm glad we had this nice, relaxing catch up. I missed 3 Peens in a Pod, and boy, howdy, is it good to be back. Get ready for regular episodes whenever we can. Actually, let me tabulate the score.
Oh, okay. I thought I missed that. That's good.
Wade got 8 points, and then Wade, you're the winner.
Oh, I actually am. I swear, I was prepared for a bit this whole time.
No, Wade, there was no bit. I literally was like, I'm just gonna randomly through this, flip this, see who gets a point. I swear upon everyone I've ever known and loved, I have just flipped it and presented what it landed on. I've let other people pick. They changed up what they picked.
I'm remaining calm. It's fine. This is fine.
Bob, would you like to go first with the loser speech?
No, you could talk for both of us.
I feel like this was a fun episode. It was a nice throwback. We even had Soulja Boy update. Mark, I feel like this was truly the fairest episode we've ever done.
Why you?
And
Sorry.
thank you so much for this. This was fantastic. I'm in paradise. Winning 8-0 feels fantastic, and I can't believe how fairly it was done.
You.
On behalf of Bob and I, thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, and Wade has spoken for both of you, so look forward to the episode where Wade hosts next. I'm sure it'll be a thrilling one. And Bob's losing streak will end sometime soon.
Wait, I have a losing streak?
Well, according to the coin, you do.
How?
We have merch.
Oh yeah, merch, store.distractablepodcast.com. Go check it out. I swear we'll have new designs soon.
Check us out.
Those sold out shirts, they've been there for a very long time. We have one item left that is not sold out.
That's probably my fault, really. I should I'll send an email.
Thanks again, everybody. You want one last flip?
No, I never want to flip a coin or see a coin get flipped ever in the rest of my life.
You know, I think after the coin flip that gave you the win at the beginning, this was just desserts. I feel like this is karma coming back to say, wait, I'm so sorry you got bamboozled for an hour. Here, have 1 hour of goodness.
And that's all every one of us deserves. 1 hour of goodness, and we hope you gave.
On behalf of Bob and I, thank you again, Mark. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for speaking for both of you. And we'll see you. Why am I doing my outro?
In the next video. Bye-bye.
Podcast out.